We seriously need this. We need a little bit of positivity. I wasn't planning on uploading today, but I had a feeling that a lot of you guys were struggling with what, is going on, and I send my condolences to those who are living in Minneapolis right now. I couldn't imagine what some of you guys are witnessing right now. So, I thought putting this video together would help everybody out, because we need a reminder that the world isn't as terrible as it may seem. My girl wanted a piggyback picture on the beach, and a random biker watching the sunset said he wanted one too. Oh, look at my man. This is great. I would be a little bit weirded out if someone was like, hey, can I have a piggyback picture too? But this guy's a nice gentleman. He's courteous. He's like, yes, everybody can sit upon my back and take a picture. This man right here is the GOAT. A science teacher from rural Kenya, who donates most of his salary to help poorer students, has been crowned the world's best teacher and rewarded a $1 million prize, beating 10,000 nominations from 179 countries. OP followed up with the story, and it turns out the guy donated $500,000 to his students as well. This dude is amazing. It's great. Like, we need more people like him. And the funny thing is, most teachers actually are him. Most teachers spend most of their salaries on supplies and making sure that their students have access to learning materials. So actually, most teachers who just work in the States are kind of emulating this man. Huh? Man with dogs in his pockets walking his duck, which has shoes on. The real Dr. Dolittle right here. This is him in the flesh. Could you imagine just vibing with dogs in your pockets? I want to be this dude. I just want to have like puppies in my pockets so that I can use them to attack my enemies. My sociology professor keeps an alphabetic list of new slang terms he learns from students, and I will never get over it. Ooh, let's see this list. Let's see them. I'm dead. That was amusing. Jams. An enjoyable song. John. A thing, object, person, or place. Mad, big mad. Very mad. Okay, so our FedEx driver deserves a bonus. He realized it was our daughter's birthday and went to Dairy Queen to get her ice cream cupcakes. He said, I just wanted this because if we weren't in this situation, she'd be celebrating with friends. I'm not crying. You're crying. So a big question to all of the audience. If you've actually had a birthday during this time, can you tell everybody how you celebrated it? I'm curious how you guys did it, and if you made it any special inside your house, because I know for a fact it's been rough. Some people haven't been able to have their parties. They haven't been able to find any baked goods because everybody eats up cake and food and all of the ingredients needed to make such things. But hey, if you've had a birthday during this time, let me know in the comments down below and tell everybody how you celebrated. You know what's better than just finding extra money in your back pocket or finding the love of your life? It's getting an extra chicken nugget in your 6-piece box. Like seriously, it's just the best thing to encounter. Hey, guess what? You make me smile. Smiling's my favorite. Don't give up. My dude was handing out some Hot Wheels cars. You get 1 or 2 and then you can just go home and play with them because people need things to do during this quarantine. Now here's another good question for y'all. Were you a Hot Wheels kid or a Matchbox kid? Now I was a dirty mudblood and I bought both, but I want to know what side you're on. I was on my way back from Disneyland Paris, sat in the airport, and a guy beside me was typing away on his laptop. A little curious at what he was writing, I peeked over and saw the title, the last letter I'd ever write. I was frozen for a few minutes. I'm 24 and had absolutely no idea what to do. I thought maybe he was a writer, and if I ask, I'll look stupid. Eventually, though, I turned around and said, look man, I really hope I'm not making a fool of myself, but are you okay? Turns out he and his long-term partner had broken up, and they were meant to be coming on this holiday that he'd now come on with his dad. He blamed himself. He had been going to therapy for a while to get out of this pretty dark place, but some days were better than others. Writing the letters was an exercise from his therapist. We chatted for a bit about her and his dad and me and life in general. Turned out his brother lived nearby me and frequented a coffee shop right where I used to live. Eventually my plane got called and we hugged, and I told him I really hoped things got better for him and that at very least I'd had a lovely time talking to him. We left there and I wonder what happened to him. I hope he's happy now. I hope he's managed to find someone good in the world again, but I guess I'll never know for sure. This bike may look odd to some, but this man built it so his blind brother can feel the wind like he does. Literally, a human bro being a bro. I know I don't have enough imagination to come up with something like that. That's really nice. The guy just wants his brother to experience what he experiences, and this dude, you hit me right here in the heart. This young man used his savings to buy his favorite petrol attendant a bicycle so he can get to work and back home. That is nice. I wonder how their friendship started, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they were just two strangers who just happened to see each other. Now look, my man's got a whole bike. That's awesome. I was the poor kid growing up. My mom used to send me to birthday parties with no present just so I could eat. I definitely got to a point where I understood and I was embarrassed as hell. In 5th grade, my friend's mom invited me to sleep over the night before the actual birthday party. When her daughter was in the shower, the mom laid out the toy she had bought her daughter for her birthday. She let me pick one to wrap and put my name on it. I'm 37 now. I'm still grateful to that mom. That one act made such an impact on me. I didn't know that some parents do this with their kids. I didn't learn that until I was in high school. I would just go to regular parties and notice that some people would show up, eat a bunch of food, and then leave. Or people would show up, eat a bunch of food, maybe try to stay the night. And I didn't understand until some of my friends kind of pointed it out to me that this kid in particular, I'm not going to, put him on blast or anything. He had a very rough situation, and this is what he would do. He would go to parties or just go to other people's houses to eat. I seriously couldn't imagine how demoralizing that could be. Just how much that really messes up your self-esteem. I don't get it. I'll probably never understand. But I'm glad that there's people out here like this woman who, noticed that this kid was struggling and made it so that it would be easier for her to be at the party and, get something to eat. Got intoxicated alone, and people actually cared. I was in a dark place and then just got out of the house. Started drinking in a pub alone and went to the nightclub. I'm not allowed to drink because of my health issues, so this is the first time I was intoxicated in 2 years. I sat alone in the corner, upset, realizing nobody cares. Some big 6'4" guy approached me and sat right next to me and spent probably an hour talking to me about life. He saw I was in pain and wanted to help. He told me he hated seeing men suffering alone because we don't get any support. He gave me his contact details, and so did his girlfriend, and told me that he would drop anything to come and hang out if I was ever lonely. His girlfriend's sister even walked me home to make sure I was okay. I woke up happy for the first time in a while, and it showed me how much people do care about me, even people I don't know.
Watch out! Look, take your hand off there, babe.
Mama, your lights go down.
Yeah, hang on.
Your lights go down, Mommy.
How you do, fellow kids? Wanted to give a shout out to my actual middle-aged dad. He recently started making videos where he walks people through how to complete everyday life skills like hanging a shelf, ironing a shirt, etc. He made these videos because his dad walked out on his family when he was 12 years old and wanted to help others who are in a similar spot. Now, those guys are some of the best. In my city, there's actual organizations that take care of boys who have single mothers, just to make sure that they know how to tie their own tie, how to have etiquette, how to eat properly, how to speak to people. Just life skills that you would learn from your father if your father was present in your life. And those types of programs and those people in general are some of the best because simply they save boys. They save boys from becoming criminals and becoming incompetent or even future irresponsible parents. And it's a wonderful service, and I wish more cities would adopt it, but I know in my city, it's definitely helping.
Last time we had them all?
So this happens like frequently?
The other one was a lot deeper.
Keep going. Go see Mom.
I thought there were 6.
There's one more.
Yeah, see, remember?
Huh?
Yeah, there it is. Remember how I said that? I said last time we thought we got them all, there's still one more.
Oh.
Hey, go this way.
That way. No, your mom is over there.
Come here, you little bugger.
Oh. Hey, you forgot one.
A 17-year-old kid turned down $8 million to keep his viral coronavirus tracker ad-free. Wow, I know I wouldn't be able to do that if I developed something like that and a company approached me to put an advertising campaign that was worth $8 million or somehow license my code to put it into something else for $8 million. Oh, I would totally take the cash. But this dude has bigger priorities than money, and that can be nice from time to time, but I like cash. I do. I like buying things and eating food, so that would be a hard bargain for me. That would be a hard thing for me to do.
가까이 보라. 밑으로야. 바닥으로 살리는 거지. 그렇지? 오케이. 뭐라?
Zebra foals imprint on their mom's stripe pattern, so Sheldrick Wildlife Trust keepers wear a special coat to cater. Ah! Oh my god, look at him! Look at him! Oh, he's like, oh, he's so adorable. You know what? I low-key want to wear that jacket though. That looks tough. Ooh. Yeah, that looks, I want that. Can someone make a coat, a zebra print coat like that? I'll buy it. Oh my god, that's amazing. Pops took a job as a janitor that allowed me to receive free tuition at Rutgers University. He passed, and I told myself his sacrifice would not be in vain. Here it is. Give the janitor the same respect you would give a CEO. You know you live in a nice community if you have access to free limes.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What you want?
Donation, man. We feed, bro.
Man, God bless you, man.
We feed, bro.
Man, I'm so hungry. Thank you, man.
Just cause we bored, bro.
I wish I had someone to tell me that I'm important too, you know, once in a while. You are important. Always remember, everybody is somebody's everything. Even if you don't know it, you mean the world to someone in your life. If you can't think of that person, think of a random dude who replied to your comment. He's definitely rooting for you. My dad really drove all the way from El Paso to Austin at 5 a.m., a 9-hour drive, to surprise me for my birthday. He refused to come inside my apartment or hug me because of social distancing. We ate together, 6 feet apart, air hugged, and then he went back. I love how parents have to get really creative with how to celebrate their children's birthdays now. Like, everything has to be kind of over special just to compensate for the fact that you can't have an actual party. And it's so nice. It just shows how much love people have for others, and it's nice to look at. Go.
Jane! My turn too. Go!
I was playing FIFA 19 with some random dude online, and he was using his headset and probably forgot to turn it off. So I was leading 3-0 at the halftime, and I heard him say, "If I win, will you sleep over?" And a girl replied, "Yes, but you won't win." I had to let the bro win 5-3 for the culture. Yes! Yes, king! King! From a senior to a senior. Happy graduation, class of 2020. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Seriously though, if you are a senior, high school, graduate, undergraduate, you did something that was extremely difficult and you finished, and it's amazing. That's an awesome thing. For my high school graduates, you were able to survive high school socially, and that is difficult. That is a hard thing, and you got all the way through it. For the undergraduates, you were able to graduate even though you didn't study. And for my graduates, I hope that dissertation was worth the 4 years. In all seriousness, I'm super proud of you guys. You did something that's extremely laudable, and even more, I hope that you're proud of yourselves and your achievements, because you did something that not many people could do.
Everybody eats around here. Everybody eats around here, bro. Go ahead, take that. Tell your mama where you got it from.
Shout out to this wonderful, kind woman named Tiffany. My 2-year-old and 2-month-old were having a meltdown at the same time in Target. I started putting things away on the shelf and I was about to leave when she came over to help. She walked with me while I was getting the essentials needed for the day and kept hold of my toddler while he calmed down. She saved me today, moms. I'm so sleep deprived and was running on empty. A little kindness and understanding goes a long way. I'll definitely be paying for it if I see a poor mom in need of help. Thanks, Tiffany. You're an angel. Ah, that brings back memories. I used to throw tantrums in the grocery store too anytime my mom wouldn't buy me like sugary cereal, because that was her rule. No sugary cereal. It's unhealthy. Get the healthy cereal. So yeah, I would just lose my mind because my mom wouldn't buy me any Cookie Crisp or anything like that.
You too. Good night.
There was a guy doing the airplane with his daughter on the beach, and my dad asked if he could join. While patrolling the county today, I found this little fella in the middle of the road. I almost hit him, so I turned around to check on him. He appeared to be fine, but was just sitting there, dazed and confused. I believe another car may have hit him, so I picked him up and put him on my hat, and he rode around with me for about 30 minutes. He started feeling better and tested his wings while I was driving. I let him out my next stop and he flew away. Fun fact, I have a little bird family living in the tree next to my window. I think they're pigeons, and they've been just chilling there the entire, quarantine season. So if you want me to take pictures of them and post on the Instagram, because he flies up to my windowsill all the time. The family does, at least. And I'll take pictures if you guys want to see it, but you gotta go to my Instagram. Gotta go to the Instagram and hit the follow button and like all my posts, and then I'll give it to you. If suicide ever crosses your mind, just know I would rather listen to your story than attend your funeral.
Your family, so all the money we've sold with the shirts, it's all going to you and your mom. Let's go! Hey, CJ! Family on three! 1, 2, 3, family!
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Shout out to the recycling guy. He noticed my neighbor's recycling wasn't on the street, but full, jumped out of his truck to make sure it got emptied. Thank you guys so much for taking such good care of our community. Yeah, people really do sleep on the garbage men. They do a really good job for the community. I seriously think that we sleep on them because it's easy to kind of push off their job because it is gross. But hey, thanks for, picking up the trash and making sure that the community's clean. I made this tie for my dad when I was in the 1st grade. 11 years later, he wears it to my graduation. That's actually a pretty sick tie. I wouldn't mind having a Pokemon tie. I don't think I have any themed ties, to be honest. I just have the, the regular plain business ones. I know I've personally bought my dad a bunch of silly ties for Father's Day and his birthday, and I don't think I've ever seen him wear them in public, but he keeps them. I find them. I still see them. This next video is really sweet. It's of an orchestra conductor getting a really pleasant surprise. I love this. A teacher in South Carolina wanted to do something for the boys who didn't have a father in their life. So he started a gentleman's club where he teaches boys how to properly shake hands, make eye-to-eye contact, and even buy shirts and ties for the kids who can't afford them. I've done the same thing with young girls at my schools, and he's changing the course of these boys' lives. God bless him. See? Told you, it's the coolest thing on the planet, and people really don't know that this is happening in major cities. It's a wonderful program for kids who don't have fathers. Husband spends 2 years planting thousands of scented flowers for his blind wife to smell and get her out of depression. Oh, look at them, they're so old. They've probably been together since the beginning of time. And look at that, all those lavender flowers, they're everywhere. Oh, that's so nice.
Looks like Nano.
There's more to it.
More to it? Oh. Cute. Oh, wait a minute. Talks. Talks. Where is it? Supposed to talk.
Hey Dad, just wanted to wish you a very happy Father's Day and to let you know that we're having a baby.
Don't cry.
My daughter picked her cat because she was afraid no one would adopt a kitten without a tail.
Found this little baby squid. Come here, buddy. Yeah, you could try to camouflage. Go ahead. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Come on, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Don't you dare try to camouflage. Yeah. You want to go? Yeah, there you go. See you later, buddy. Just settled on the bottom.
If you have children, please don't let them go to bed hungry. Call me, text me, private message me, and I will personally do my best to help you in any way. I can bring you food and groceries, extremely confidential. Whether you believe in this pandemic or you don't, the reality is some are suffering financially from what's going on. Let's not waste time arguing with each other and actually help each other. I wish this sentiment was accepted more right now. I think we need a lot of that. I think it's really easy for us to be angry with each other right now. And at the end of the day, throwing stones doesn't solve any problems. And I think a lot of us need that reality check. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you do is watching videos and not subscribing. And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you can get these notifications every time. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I thought it would be a really good tonic for everybody to take in and, you know, realize that the world isn't as terrible as it seems. I understand that this week has been quite difficult. The past 48 hours have been quite horrible. But I hope that today's video has, you know, helped you out and, you know, made you feel really good about society and humanity. But if you have any requests for any more videos, let me know in the comments down below. And as a reminder, the new horror stories video will be posted by the end of this week on the Patreon, a week early before all of you guys. So if you want to see it early, go ahead and check out the Patreon. $1 will give you access to all of the early content. And speaking of the Patreon, thank you to Canned Eggplant, Finny, Dustin, Jonas, Willbilly, Hostmar, Jade, Rachel, Taki, and This Fool. Thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, like I said before, you can go ahead and go onto the Patreon and support with $1, or go ahead and check out the merch store and buy some clothes that'll make you not naked. And as always, stay zesty.